Carry the Light Children's Home in Usigu, Kenya opened in 2009 and is the home of 80 orphans. It's the first of 7 projects in our 2020 vision, which is to build 10 projects around the world by the year 2020. After 9 years of being supported by donors here in the States through monthly sponsorship, the Kenyans have decided that it is time to stand on their own 2 feet, and we want to help them accomplish this. Through extensive prayer and research, together we have designed a strategy for self-sustainability through fish farming with fish cages in Lake Victoria. Bringing this home to a self-sustaining status ensures its legacy and frees up money to continue the 2020 vision. A fish cage is basically a floating metal frame with a hinged lid and a large net, which extends about 6 feet below the water where the fish can grow to maturity. After construction, the cages are carried to the shore where they are loaded onto our boat and ferried to their location for plotting in the lake. The cages are then secured to anchored lines in rows on the lake and then ready to receive the fingerlings. Each cage is stocked with approximately 1,500 fingerlings where they will spend the next 7 months of their lives. Feeding takes place 3 times a day by boat, and the fish are very active during this time. After 3 months, the fish have grown to around 4 inches, and by the 7th month, they'll be around 12 inches. Then it's time to harvest and sell them, and repeat the process. An old Chinese proverb says, "Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime." That's the goal of this project, and the numbers are quite impressive. The cost to build, stock, and feed each cage is $1,000, which is a one-time donation that can be made over time. Whether you're a church, a business, a small group, or an individual, you can sponsor a cage or cages and make a significant investment into the kingdom. Our goal is to place enough cages in the water to fully sustain the project. If we exceed our goal, the funds will be used to further the ministry and build the next projects in our 2020 vision. The amazing part is that your investment keeps on giving so that you don't have to. That's God's principle of multiplication. Here's how that all breaks down. To build and install each cage is $350. Stocking is another $75, and then it costs $575 to feed them for 7 months until they're ready to be harvested and sold. We'll harvest at least 1,200, which will sell for an average price of $1.50, giving us $1,800 to work with in just 7 months. Now we've recovered the original seed money plus $100 for a total of $1,100, which can now be used to provide for the orphans. We already have the cage, so we'll reinvest the other $700 to repeat the process. So with each 7-month cycle, we produce $1,800 per cage, of which $700 will be reinvested, and $1,100 per cage will be sustainable support for the orphanage to provide their food, clothing, shelter, education, access to medical care, all in a loving, Christ-centered atmosphere. It's amazing how a one-time seed of $1,000 can provide sustainable support for these children. My wife and I are definitely planting a seed, and we hope you'll join us. Now you may be thinking, wait a minute. That sounds great, and I really do want to help, but I just don't have $1,000 right now. Well, what about forming a team and sponsoring together? Remember I said earlier that the donation can be made over time. You see, a little can accomplish a lot. For example, 15 people could join together and co-sponsor a cage with a one-time donation of $67 each, or each person could make 7 smaller donations at just $10 a month. 10 people could do it for $100 each, or $15 a month. 8 people at $125 each, or $18 a month. 4 people at $250 each, or $36 a month. Hey, 2 people could split a cage at $500 each, or $72 a month. Of course, you can sponsor a whole cage for just $1,000, or you can break that up into 7 smaller donations of $143 a month. Remember, donations are tax deductible, and they're going to help the orphans there at the home in Usigu. Regardless of how much you can give, everything helps. No donation is too big or too small. Together we can make a difference. See our staff for more details, or you can go to www.ctlight.org/fish for more information.